Hello from Seoul. Are you looking for the perfect food for a special occasion? Then you came to the right place. Today, we're gonna make the king of Korean food. If you're making this for your girlfriend, boyfriend, or even someone you barely know, I'm pretty sure that will say, please marry me. Yeah, it's that delicious. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's get started. Today, we are making galbi, Korean-style braised beef short ribs. It sounds like it would be really hard to make, but don't worry about it. As always, I'm gonna show you two different ways, the traditional way and a super simple version. So buckle up. For the first one, you will need beef short ribs, onion, green onion, carrot, Korean radish, mushroom, Korean pear, apple, and kiwi. At this point, you're probably thinking, wow, it needs a lot of ingredients and looks really complicated. Yes, you're right. I totally agree. As the king of Korean foods, it takes a lot of time and love. But as always, with me, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. First of all, let's wash our ribs under running water. Now, if you take a look, you will see a lot of bone fragments here. So if you don't want to visit the dentist, make sure to get rid of that. Traditionally, you're supposed to soak them in cold water for at least 3 to 5 hours. Because if you just cook it, the blood inside those bones will come out and make your dish cloudy. So it doesn't taste as good as it could be. But if I say, alright, let's soak them in water for 5 hours, then you're gonna stop watching this video, right? I'm not gonna let that happen. So what I'm gonna do is blanch it in hot water for about 5 to 7 minutes. Then you will see a lot of stuff coming out of the bones. When time's up, drain out the water and give them a good rinse. Now some of you might say, Aaron, if you do it that way, it's gonna lose all the juice inside. I'm so glad you brought that up. The truth is, even if you boil this for like 5 to 7 minutes, it's not gonna lose its flavor because it's too thick. If I cut this in half, you will see some kind of raw meat inside, so don't worry about it. This time, let's make the sauce. For this, we need some fruits and vegetables like 1 Korean pear, half an apple, 1 kiwi, half an onion, and 1 stalk of green onion. Now blend everything with 1 cup of water. Just like any other ribs, it has to be nice and tender, and this is gonna add a natural sweetness and tenderize your beef. After that, pour it into a fine sieve. Actually, this step is optional, but if you don't strain it, it'll be a little messy. I told you, it is the king of Korean food. It has to be nice and fancy. That's the key. But if you don't want to give up all the goodness in here, I won't stop you. Maybe that could be more delicious. Once you've done that, add a half cup of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, a half tablespoon of dashida, Korean beef stock powder, 3 tablespoons of mirin, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, a half teaspoon of black pepper, and give that a good mix. Now the sauce is done, but if you want to make it extra delicious, then bring that bad boy over here and add a half teaspoon of it. You know what it is, right? Alright, let's get to cooking. Take out a wok or pot and let's put the ribs, sauce, 2.5 cups of water and place it over medium heat for about 15 minutes. Actually, it doesn't really matter how much water you put, so just add enough water so they can be slightly covered. While it's cooking, let's prep other ingredients. First, roughly chop some green onions. Today, these guys are mainly for color. Remember, greens always make your dish look fancy, so be super generous with this. Next, cut some carrots and radish into bite-sized pieces, and then round them out using a knife or vegetable peeler. You think it's quite annoying? I know it doesn't affect the taste, but you know, we still have some time, like 15 minutes, so let's just do it. Trust me, this a little more effort will make you feel like it's something out of a fancy restaurant. What? You wanna make it more prettier and open a Korean restaurant? Then chop some chili peppers. These guys will give fantastic color and some extra flavor, but they're more like a garnish, so you can leave it out if you don't want to. No problem at all. And then chop some mushrooms into nice little chunks. Actually, you can use any kind of mushroom you like, but I strongly recommend using this shiitake mushroom because it really goes well with the sauce we made and is full of umami, so it will elevate the dish to the next level. And just for a prettier presentation, grab 2 or 3 shiitake mushrooms and make a little star like this. Some of you might think that looks too difficult. I can't do that, but trust me, once you try it, you will find it's nothing. so don't worry about it. Alright, it's been 15 minutes. Let's put the radish and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Here, you can actually add carrots and radish at the same time, but carrots are more likely to get mushy, so let's put them later. Now, add the carrots, mushrooms, and let it continue to boil for about 10 to 15 minutes. When the sauce gets thicker and reduced a little bit, bring your tongs and scissors and taste it. If the beef is super soft and tender, it's time to add the rest of the ingredients. But if it's still tough with not enough sauce, so you don't know what to do, then just add some water and let it continue to boil for a few minutes. Even if you add some water, something terrible is not gonna happen, so don't worry about it. When everything is nice and tender, add in our green onions, chili peppers, and immediately turn the heat off. And just stir this around a little bit. As I told you earlier, these guys are more of an aesthetic thing, so if they get too mushy, all of your efforts to make it more beautiful will come to nothing. So make sure to turn the heat off and let them cook by the remaining heat. Alright, it's ready to go. Let's transfer it to a serving plate. For information, when plating this, use your tongs or chopsticks and make a little mountain. If you just throw everything on a plate, you will never get a beautiful presentation. Remember, this is usually served on special occasions, so make it look as good as you can. Alright, it's done. Let's go to our taste tester. Claire.
You know what? One of the reasons why I love holiday is because of my mom's 갈비찜. It's not my mom's 갈비찜, but I'm super excited. 내가 혹시라도 우리 엄마께서 맛있다고 해도 마음 상해하지 마라. 아, 맞다. 이거 오늘은 젓가락이 필요 없어. 갈비는 손으로 뜯는 게 제맛이지. Don't worry about it. I wash my hands. Look at this. I love the color. 갈비가 제대로 진하게 잘 나온 것이 진짜 맛있어 보인다. 와우, 여기 속에 육즙이 보인다. 뼈 쏙 빠지는 거 봐봐. 진짜 부드럽다. 맛있다. This time, let me try the radish. 부드럽게 쏙 들어가는 거 봐봐. Ready? 대박. 그 고기에서 나오는 육즙이랑 소스를 쫙 빨아당겨가지고 진짜 딱 입에서 씹는 순간 막 어마무시하게 막 진짜 미친 듯이 막 즙이 터져 나오는 게 진짜 예술이야. 근데 내가 생각하기에 무엇보다 더 맛있는 건 고기 빼고 무조건 표고버섯이야. 먹어봐야 돼. 먹어봐야 돼. Ready? 너무 큰가? 아이고, 좀 크긴 크네. 잠깐만. 안 그래도 이 표고버섯 자체가 감칠맛이 있는데 이 소스랑 같이 어우러져서 진짜 예술이다. 꿀조합이다. 진짜 맛있다. Guys, if you can handle this size, don't cut the mushroom. It'll be wonderful. Trust me.
Some of you might say, okay, I get it. Looks super delicious, but I don't know if I can give it a try. Looks still quite complicated and takes too long. You know what? For those of you, I brought this. A super simple version. For this, you will need beef, green onion, carrot, Korean radish, and shiitake mushroom. Yeah, they're almost the same as the first one, but the fruits were omitted. You will see why in a few minutes. First, let's prep our vegetables. Just like the first one, roughly chop some radish and carrots. And then with your vegetable peeler, round them out a little bit. Next, cut half an onion into bite-sized pieces and chop some green onion for garnish. Lastly, cut some shiitake mushrooms into nice big chunks. You heard it from Claire, right? This shiitake mushroom tastes like heaven with the galbi sauce. So even if you skip other things, I really hope you get some shiitake mushrooms here. Now let's make the sauce. Put 5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of mirin, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of corn syrup, and this Korean pear juice. Yes, this goes in instead of fruits. I know some of you might say, what? Really? Yeah, I'm serious. Actually, it is used locally in many Korean restaurants, so just trust me and give it a try. You'll be surprised. But if you can't get this, you can put the fruit mixture that I made earlier. No problem at all. Now, let's talk about the main ingredient, beef. As you can see, it took a lot of time boiling and washing. So to reduce the cooking time, I'm gonna use this boneless beef chuck short ribs. I got this from Costco, so I think you can get this quite easily. Alright, we're set. Let's get to cooking. Add a good amount of oil into the wok and place it over high heat. Once it gets nice and hot, add in your ribs and just sear them on the outside. This way, they will taste even better because of the Maillard reaction. Once you get good color all around the beef, pour the sauce we made and add 1 cup of water. And then put the lid on and bring it to a boil over medium heat for about 25 minutes. Now add in your radish, onions, and 1 cup of water. After 10 minutes, add in your carrots, mushrooms, and let it continue to boil for another 10 minutes. Lastly, just like the first one, turn off the heat and add in your green onions and chili peppers for garnish. That's it! So easy, right? Lastly, transfer it to a serving plate and sprinkle some sesame seeds on top. How does it look? It looks fantastic, right? Alright, let's see how it tastes. Claire?
초간단이라고 하기엔 알록달록 너무 예쁜데? 위에 뭔가 꿀 발라져 있는 것처럼 윤기가 짜르르 흐르는 게 되게 먹음직스러워 보여. 뭔가 야채들도 뚜글뚜글한 게 되게 귀엽다. 이건 뭔가 젓가락보다는 꼭 포크랑 나이프로 썰어서 먹어야 될 것 같아. 맛있네. 딱 갈비찜의 맛이네. 오리지널 버전이랑 크게 차이가 없어. 다만 그냥 나는 그냥 이렇게 손에 잡고 하는 게 그게 진짜 갈비라는 느낌은 받는 것 같아. 이거는 좀 뭐라 그럴까? 좀 서양식 음식? 그런 느낌에 조금 가까운 것 같아. 맛은 큰 차이는 없는데 나한테는 그렇게 느껴지네. 솔직히 맛은 둘 다 크게 차이 없어. 둘 다 맛있어. 그냥 본인의 취향대로 하면 될 것 같아. 나처럼 요리하는 거 별로 안 좋아하는 사람은 무조건 2번으로 가는 거고, 남이 해준다 그럼 1번으로 가는 거지. 내가 하는 거 아니니까.
Today, I showed you how to make galbi-jjim, Korean braised beef short ribs. As you can see, it's quite fancy and a special dish. So how about making this for someone special? They're gonna love it so much. But if you're not ready to get married, I'm not responsible. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.